A battered, inky tin that will definitely get the attention of Nintendo's legal department? 7 letters. This is League of Gaming Gentlemen Trophy Quest.
It's time for the League of Gaming Gentlemen.
Play ball!
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
What?
That was good, Duane, that was.
No! I heard something. I heard there's an extra person here. What's going on? Who's here? There was an extra woo.
There was an extra woo.
There was an extra woo. Who's this? Who is this? Oh my god! Hi! Stranger!
Hello.
How have you been?
Very good, thank you. It's been far too long. Far too long. So, long-time listeners will know that we have James with us today. We are very, very happy. We are very, very happy to have James with us today. So, yes, welcome to League of Gaming Gentlemen Trophy Quest. We'll do a quick round of hellos with everybody who's here. So, hi, Stu.
Hello.
Hi, David.
Hi, everyone. Good intro, by the way, Duane. Enjoyed that.
It was actually proper cryptic. And kind of almost contemporary with...
It was Minute Cryptic. It was like Minute Cryptic.
Yeah, it was like Minute Cryptic. And it was kind of like a bit sort of contemporary with the whole Nintendo legal team thing with what they're doing with Palworld at the moment, I think.
Topical,
yeah.
That's the word, yeah.
Topical, that's the word I was thinking of. And we have James. Hello, James. Lovely to see you. Well, we can't see you. He hasn't got his camera. I miss his face.
I lost it, but hello. It's lovely to be here. I'm excited to be back.
Are you nude, James?
Am I nude?
Yeah.
No.
You are in my head. You are in my head.
Well, that's the only thing that matters, but no, because my daughter is sat about 5 feet away from me.
Oh, so you can't swear?
Not then.
So,
how much swears can you get away with? What kind of swear is acceptable with
absolutely
daughter?
everything, because she's heard it all. But more importantly, everything because she's got her headphones on.
Oh, I see.
She was listening to music, and I went, "You're going to have to cut that shit out." So she went, "Okay, I'll put my headphones on."
No, I know Stu will just cut that out without even bleeping it. He'll just be like, "No, that's just not even."
Hang on, you're making me out sound like edit Nazi. I'm
you
not.
are.
I'm not an edit Nazi.
Edit Nazi.
I'm not.
You absolutely
I'm
are.
not.
He's an edit Nazi.
I'm not.
So let's do the usual. We'll start with James, as James is first time here for a while. So James, what have you been watching and playing?
I guess watching wise, I went to the cinema to watch Beetlejuice.
Any good?
It's not as good as first, but Michael Keaton is very, very good as Beetlejuice. He is still very good as Beetlejuice. It's still a lot of fun. Same old silly bullshit. I actually thought Winona Ryder wasn't as good in this one as she was in the first one. But overall, fun, because the first one's an absolute classic, isn't it? Brilliant film.
Did you watch the first one again before seeing the second one?
Yes, absolutely. And then also watched our Inside Out 2 with the kids. And that's a very good film. Has anyone seen that?
Did it make you cry, James?
No, but I tell you what it does do. It makes you cringe, because you sit there and you think, when anxiety and all that take over, spoilers, when anxiety takes over and starts control, you think, oh my God, yeah, I remember doing things like that. Or, it's a brilliant film, but oh my God, does it make you cringe and bring you back to some of your teenage years.
You know what? To me, it's one of Disney's greats again. It's like they've had a load of missteps, but this one is like, this is where they should be. And it's funny you should say that, James. I have a daughter who's 16, and she is exactly like that, what was happening. And I actually had a little tear at the end as well, when she has the reconciliation with all what was going on, and then, but luckily her friends didn't deaf her out, kind of thing. It was like, oh, that's so beautiful. So, yeah. And the first one is a complete classic in my eyes as well. They are two perfect films.
So
I think.
Yeah,
so.
and obviously my daughter's 12, so she will be in that position very, very soon. But I have to say, I think the second one is slightly better than the first one. That is not me saying the first one's bad. The first one is excellent. But the second one, I think, is better because of that. Because of that, what Stuart's just said, that the real life aspect that everybody will understand is really, really good. Really well done. Excellent.
It is so clever, isn't it? I mean, the script writers, they must have got some top psychologists or whatever to help with the script. It's just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Fabulous. And then outside of that, it's just my usual. It's the sporting season, isn't it? NFL's on, rugby's on, football's on, so all that good stuff. But I won't bore people with that because it's not games. So let's move on to the games I've been playing. So
games of sort.
Oh yeah, well technically, I'll say it's games of sort. I mean, you look at the list of games I've played. It's FIFA, F1, cricket. So it's all sporting games. But I've started, or rather, I've got back into Baldur's Gate because the first time I played that, I was co-oping with people, and then obviously I put my own game on the back burner. But now I'm balls deep into my game, version of the game again, and
cool.
Yeah.
Is that your sort of game then, James? Is it? You surprised me a little bit with that.
So
yeah, I wouldn't say that was what I think.
No, so I didn't. I bought it because I'd played Baldur's Gate 2 on the PS3 a very, very long time ago, and enjoyed it. But yeah, so I've always liked the idea of playing D&D in general. But I've never actually gone and done it. And then, but Baldur's this.
Oh, James.
I know.
We need to do Zoom D&D.
I would absolutely.
This is a thing.
Play D&D. D&D's
what?
Yeah.
What's that? You got a very aggressive head nod there, Stu. Does that mean you're in?
As long as it's in space and got no fucking elves and dwarves.
Yeah.
So no, but yeah, it's yeah.
We should do that. That would be amazing. Oh my god.
And then, yeah, F1, because obviously we're currently doing LoGGbox Season 6 at the moment, which I am leading. Woohoo!
Season 6, right.
I think it's actually somebody that wasn't
done
on
this 6 times.
I know. It's somebody who wasn't playing previously. He's one of
New Blood.
Matty's friends, who also wasn't playing previously up until Season 5, who was one of Mikey's friends. So yeah, It's sort of, you know,
don't you vet them before you let them in to make sure that they're not going to be better than you?
Well, no, because if they are better, then they get put in a shit car. So he is the best of the group. So he is in the worst car.
So he's in a Robin Reliant.
Well, if only that was an option.
Oh my god!
But,
I would watch Robin Reliant Formula 1 because that'd be hilarious.
It would be very funny. So yeah, he's my nearest competitor at the moment. But yeah, no, it's going well. And then obviously the old button bashing Dynasty Warriors 9. Bloody love those games.
I've never played one of those games.
They are. So if you want something that is of any way, shape or form a challenge or any way, shape or form story-ridden, just don't play it. Because it is literally just button bashing. There's hordes of people to kill, but you kill them really easily. It is, if you just want, I really enjoy them. They're terrible games, but they're good fun to play.
All I see of them is in my head, or picture I've seen, it's just like one guy with a massive staff killing a million people, like an army coming towards him.
That is exactly what it is.
Is that what it is?
It's exactly what it is. It's not quite a million, but yeah, there are hordes of people, but they literally die like that. There's bosses, there are mini bosses who don't die quite like that, but it just takes a few more hits. But yeah, it's not a good game, but it's fun to play.
Hey, it doesn't matter if you enjoy it.
It's good.
As long as you're having fun,
and it's a good thing to toss on for an hour.
Can you play as Joan Collins?
I want you to insert the sound of tumbleweed. Yes, exactly.
Tumbleweed sound, thank you.
And then
the distant bong of the clock. Bong.
Yeah. And then the final game, which we will discuss in depth later when we go into it, is Tinykin. And that's me.
He's been playing Tinykin. Now, have you been playing it to get no spoilers? But have you been playing it to get trophies, or have you been playing it just to the fun of it and just see what it's all about?
Mainly for the fun of it, and we'll go into the reason why when we go into it.
Okay. Oh, that's going to be exciting.
And that's me,
Dave. Thanks, James. It's lovely to catch up with you, and hear what you've been up to. Dave.
Yes.
Dave, what exciting things have you been watching and playing?
So I've been on. I've watched a few films actually. I have watched a film called The Empty Man, which was the reason I mentioned that is that was recommended by a friend of the show, Lee Cox.
I reckon that's Duane's new nickname, The Empty Man.
That's a good point, actually. That does apply to him at the moment. Yes.
Relevant to a conversation we were having before we started.
I don't think listeners know about that.
What's that called? Serendipity? Is that what that's called?
That's funny, James. Oh my god, that's funny.
Well, we better. Duane's better half has been away for 5 weeks, so that's why we're calling.
Read into that what you will. Read into that what you will.
The Empty Man. The other films I've been watching, I've watched a couple of, and I can't remember her name now. Florence Pugh. Yeah, that's the one, isn't it? Florence Pugh, the actress.
Yep, it is. Yep.
Fighting with My Family. Have you guys seen that? It's about wrestling.
That is a brilliant film.
Good, isn't it? Oh, really James, you like the wrestling, don't you? So I'm not surprised you've watched that. Yeah, that was great. I even got my wife to watch that with me, and she enjoyed it. That was that was really good. And a film called Don't Worry, Darling, which is quite new. It's got Harry.
Yeah, I've heard.
It's got Harry Styles in it as well. What was that? Who made that noise? And what was it?
It was James. James was like, it was either like a Harry Styles.
I think it was, wasn't it?
It wasn't.
Harry Styles.
Do you remember?
It was either revulsion or attraction. I'm not sure.
It was revulsion. Not because I don't. Harry Styles. I enjoy his songs, but I don't imagine he's a good actor.
He wasn't the best. He was okay. There was bits where he was better than other bits, really.
Would the film be better if he wasn't in it and somebody else took his place?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe. He wasn't. I didn't think, he's a shit actor.
Okay.
I just thought he's not. That's not his main job. An actor. But it was okay. It was an okay film. And I have been listening to an audiobook. Bob Mortimer, The Satsuma Complex.
Oh, I've not. That one's on my list. I'm looking forward to that.
I've not listened to all of it. I'm only sort of a few chapters in.
Yeah.
But it's just good. It's funny. It's engaging. It's Bob Mortimer.
Is he reading? Is he reading that himself? Or has he got Stephen Fry to do it?
No, I think Stephen Fry must have been busy at the time reading another 57 million audiobooks. So Bob's had to do it himself. But I love Bob Mortimer. So
yes,
for me, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, if it was a toss-up between Bob and Andy Murray, so if Diane kicked me out and I'm sort of stood at the end of my drive and Bob's at one end of the street and Andy Murray's at the other end of the street, I don't know which way I'd go.
Why Andy Murray?
Yeah, Andy Murray.
Because I love Andy Murray.
Why'd you love Andy?
You love Andy Murray, okay.
Because just because of his sort of resilience and the way he just changed his sort of physique when he was playing tennis. I don't want to get into it, but I love Andy Murray.
No, I think he's a great bloke myself. Well,
no, it's great. I wouldn't argue.
I
just put you on the spot.
Interested.
Yeah, just
for his sporting achievement and his I think he's got a really good sense of humour as well.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, anyway, so that's that. In terms of what I've been playing, I tried to play a couple of games for fun because I've played a lot of games, but I've played them for this. So there's always been a purpose to it. And I thought the other night, I'm going to play a game just for the fun of playing a game. So I fancied a racing game, so I downloaded Ride 5, the motorbike game. Did I play it for 5 minutes? I might have just got to 5 minutes of us, and that turned out it was so difficult. James, have you played that?
No, I haven't. I've thought about a couple of times downloading it, but no, I have not.
Oh my god, it was. I had to turn it. I thought, you know, I cannot play this game. I had to turn it off. So that went. Then I've started my playthrough on Infamous, my evil playthrough.
And how far are you along with that?
Not very far. I think I've got one more trophy, and I'm struggling with a couple of things. The first thing, which Stu has mentioned before, you can't skip the cutscenes.
Oh, it's so fucking annoying.
Which is horrendous, isn't it? It's horrendous.
Yeah, it is bad.
If you've already played the game, just, you know, oh my god. And just sort of going back to it, I just think, oh, I've just done it. I've played this game already. Do you know what I mean? You've got to go through the whole thing again. And I don't like doing evil things in video games. So the first thing I had to do was, the first kind of decision was, I think you're just about to be interrogated, where you can, or the old lady, I can't remember her name.
That's his aunt, isn't it?
But the bad lady is just about to chuck a load of concrete into her, and you can stop it by, you know, saying, oh, actually, but, or the evil option is to say, yeah, whatever. And it just doesn't sit right with me, that kind of stuff.
So I'm with you on that, Dave. I haven't finished my Baldur's Gate playthrough on my own, but I'm doing a second one. And one of the characters I've picked is one of the pre-existing characters you can pick that you can also play as, whereas the first one I created my own. But I know that part of her future storyline, you can go evil, and it would make sense for me to do that because I've done the good part of it already, and I'm already sitting here, despite the fact this is about 50 hours later it will be, I don't think I want to. So I'd almost be playing this game through the same way I played it the first time.
Yeah.
I don't like being bad in games. I don't like it.
No.
Is it just like a game?
Baldur's Gate and Infamous as well. Don't you find they're very binary as well? It's either you're evil or not evil. You can't be just in the middle. It's like Mass Effect. When you want to do the evil playthrough, it's annoying. You can't be just a little bit evil or a little bit good. You've got to commit. And I don't like doing that either. I just like to mix it up. Everybody be a little bit passive aggressive. That's all right. Okay, be a bit evil, but just.
Well, you can do that in Baldur's Gate. I think you can definitely do that in Baldur's Gate. You can.
Yeah, but will you get the trophy, or will you get to the evil status you're supposed to get to, or have you got to just go full on balls to the wall evil?
Oh, I don't care about the trophies. I never play it for that sort of stuff anyway.
So, not even the trophy. Maybe it's the way the character has to develop in the game. I don't know. I've never played.
They're there. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I mean, the thing is, I'm so evil in real life. I want a bit of escapism in my games. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, Davey.
Yes, you are very evil.
Yeah. Anyway, that's me done, Duane. Thank you.
And what about Ratchet and Clank? Didn't you do something with Ratchet and Clank?
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, I platinum that. Yes.
Well done.
So, well done. I think the last time we talked, I'd finished the story. No, I hadn't finished the story. I was very close.
I think you said you were at the point where you're in the bar where you just had to go and do the last.
That's right. Yes.
The last bit.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much there.
So got the platinum. I had to use a guide for the teddy bear one.
Yep.
Yeah. Because I'd never have found those fucking bears otherwise. Slight annoyance is that you, and Returnal did this as well. You have to finish the story, but it was shit really. So you finish the story and then you have to. I think you have to get the last couple of weapons, which you can only get once you finish the story.
Yeah, honestly, when I got to that bit, I thought the game had broke. I thought, what have I missed?
I've missed something.
Oh, yeah, and so I just went back in and went, oh, hang on, there's a bit more. Huh? I don't get this. And then so that was another one where I nearly cracked out the guide again to go, hang on a sec, what have I missed here? Luckily, I didn't.
So that to me is that's pathetic, really. That's pointless. Why? I don't understand why it makes you do that. Finish the game before you get the last two guns. It just doesn't make any sense.
No.
And then you just turn it on, and then I just turn it off. It's like, oh, right, okay.
Yeah, but you know what? I found that with Infamous, like when you get the concrete abilities at the end of the game, and you finish the game, and then you get it. Well, I finished the game. So what a pointless thing to get at the end of the game. I always thought.
Yeah, but that is being done now.
Well done.
Well done. Good work.
Another plat. Yeah, lovely.
Plat.
We'll see how that affects the scores later on. For me, I've said Lydia's been away for like 5 weeks, so I've like had the opportunity to watch loads of stuff. So instead of watching movies, I've just gone on a bit of a documentary bender. I'm not going to go into any of them in particular, but I would recommend any of them. They were all very, very good. So I watched one called The Lie, which is about it's actually very sad. It's actually a very tricky watch for me because it's about something that happened here in Auckland, and it was a young girl who came away and she was kind of like doing a bit of a bit of a around the world kind of tour thing, and she got to Auckland and she basically met up with this guy who just killed her, which was pretty horrible. And that was back in 2018. But why that was pretty tricky is because Auckland, obviously New Zealand's quite small, and there's like this whole thing about 2 degrees of separation. Like most people, like rather than the usual 4, most people are separated by 2. So yeah, but it's good. But yeah, it's a tricky watch for me. And I like What Jennifer Did, Into the Fire, one about Lucy Blackburn, and one about Jimmy Savile. I thought I'd give that one a go. What a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah, just documentaries. They are what they are.
I've never heard Jimmy Savile described as a weirdo before.
No, and that was the problem. Nobody ever did. But he definitely was.
So, I was walking with my daughter to the shop yesterday, and we walked past a ice cream truck that was in a car park, and it was Sav's Super Whips.
Oh, dear God, really? And they didn't rename it?
I know!
Oh, my God.
So I had a little giggle as I walked past.
It's like,
my daughter went, why? I went, doesn't matter.
Just forget about it.
Yeah, best you don't know.
Forget about it. I also, in an attempt to kind of try to naturalize my ears to Japanese, I watched one on Netflix, a game show on Netflix called Run for the Money, which is bizarre, bonkers, highly entertaining. And also, I discovered I was so happy. Oh my God! Amazon Prime have done a reboot of Takeshi's Castle, and it's fucking bonkers. It's so good. And I don't know if any of you watched the original ones. I think Challenge ran it for a while with Dave.
Craig Charles did the...
Yeah. So I almost said Dave Lister. Craig Charles narrated it. It was highly edited, from what I can gather from what was like the original footage, but this new one is amazing. I think if you're watching it in the UK, sadly you'll get 2 people narrating it, whereas I just had pure Japanese for some reason. But I preferred that. Yeah, so if you
did you have subtitles, or did you actually just understand every single word?
I had subtitles on, but I was picking stuff up. There's like words
you're picking words out of it, surely.
Yeah, you pick words out and stuff. So it's getting there slowly. It's very, very hard. Very hard. Japanese is if you want an easy language to learn, not Japanese.
So if you're saying it's edited in, like the original was edited, is this kind of worse then in terms of what happens to the contestants? No,
it's just that they cut a lot of the fluff out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There's like a lot of fluff in this, which is fine because it's quite entertaining in its own way. But and the one they had on Challenge, there was like all the fluff was gone. It was just people falling off shit. And everybody knows I've got a thing for Wipeout, so people falling off of shit is never not funny. So this is just brilliant. Love it.
I'm with you on that one.
It's just brilliant. So if you're into that kind of thing, I'd highly recommend it. It's just awesome. I also went to see Iron Maiden, who were fucking amazing. I'm not the biggest fan. I don't know a lot of their stuff, but they blew me away. They were so good. For a bunch of old guys, just can still fucking like nail it. And whilst there, I got COVID, so that was fun.
That's so rock and roll, though.
So rock and roll. I got COVID at Iron Maiden. I got Iron Maiden COVID, the best kind. And
they're in the UK next year. Does anybody, jokes aside, does anybody want to go with me? Because I'm going to go.
You should go. Even if you're not a fan, go. They're so good.
Didn't they play at the beginning of the year, and the tickets were really expensive as well? I think.
Yeah, so, the tickets aren't cheap.
Yeah, but you know
definitely worth it.
He's a qualified pilot. He's got to be able to fuel his plane somehow. And things like that.
Absolutely.
And he does his own beer, doesn't he? And things like that. So.
Yeah, there's an Iron Maiden beer.
Excellent. So would you see him again?
Oh, hell yeah. So The kind of like short story is an anaesthetist I work with bought tickets for him and his whole family. He said he wasn't sure if his son was going to go, and I said, well, if your son doesn't go, I'll happily take the ticket off your hands and like, I'll come along. And then he comes along, and basically his whole family bailed, so he had to find people to like. So that's how I ended up going.
Oh, okay.
And had Lydia, because this was just after Lydia had gone, and had Lydia not been away, she would have gone. And I said, if they come back, I'm going to go again, and I'll take Lydia to see them because they were just they were so good, so good.
Excellent.
And then the other night, not that I expect anybody to go and research when this happened, so they can figure out when we recorded this. But the other night, I went to see Ash on the other end of the spectrum of size of gigs, and they were great. Very different kind of.
Never liked Ash.
Never liked Ash.
No.
What?
No, I just found them corny indie.
That's fine. It's fine. I've always enjoyed them. It's just kind of breezy pop rock. It's just
yeah.
It's inoffensive.
Do they just play their greatest hits, Duane? Both of them.
It was a singles tour. More than you think, mate. More than you think.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
That's more than you think.
To be fair, that was, remember, Dave, when I went to see Suede, and I had no care about Suede or anything like that, and I realised when I went to see him how many songs I actually knew about them.
Yeah.
Came away
I think
going,
Ash are the same. They're kind of songs you'll know but don't realise that you know that they're Ash. But anyway, but I enjoyed them. I'd go see them again, but I've seen them a few times anyway.
Cool.
Games-wise, it's mostly been challenge games. So Tinykin, which we'll get onto in a second, and I jumped into Lies of P early.
You've gone hard on that. I could see.
Yeah, I have. I did. I've got. We'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, and also the other thing I've got into is on your phone, iPhone. There's been Pokemon trading card game app, so you can just like open packets and stuff, and you can just not buy stuff or buy stuff. So I've always liked the trading card game, but I don't like to have lots of shit around the house.
How much have you spent?
It says with a massive collection of Lego in the background. Nothing. I've actually spent nothing.
Oh, okay.
I spent nothing.
Is
on
the
it.
app? Is it the app? Is it a free app or do you use a?
Yeah, it's a free app.
I don't agree with them. Buy your app. You get better quality shit.
It's fine.
It's the race to the bottom. Free. It's free stuff. It's not free, is it? Come on now.
It's free.
It's not, is it?
It's free.
They want you to buy stuff. You'll get to a certain level and you won't be able to progress unless you bought a pack of, I don't know.
Yeah, There's it's like to complete the collection. It's obviously you need to like buy as many packs as possible. But I don't care. I'm just opening the packs when they get 2 packs a day. That's
hang on a second. Is that all it is? You just open packs and you just get cards.
And you can like do the battles.
You
battles
can.
well.
Okay, right. I was just saying, isn't that a bit pointless? Just
No,
sitting there opening cards. So okay.
Some people do that with the trading card games. They just like open. They just have cards.
Oh. But then they don't play them.
No.
Oh.
Some people do that.
Okay.
And that's fine if that's what they want to do.
That is true. If that's what they want to do, true. But
no judgment.
None. Well,
each to their own.
None from you. Loads from me. No.
Cool. Yeah, so that's all I've been up to. Oh, I rewatched Rogue One. Long story as to why I did it, but fucking hell, that movie's amazing.
Yeah, it is a great film. Didn't like it when it first came out, and I know, and then I certainly had a word with myself. Don't you worry.
So good.
It is good. It is good.
I'm gonna kind of almost controversial.
It's the best Star Wars film.
I know
I appreciate it's a low bar, but it is the best Star Wars film.
Controversial opinion. It's better than Empire.
Fuck off! No, you're dead to me.
It is.
It absolutely you're dead to me. No,
it absolutely is. It absolutely is.
It's a good film, and maybe if Empire was made now and they had that budget, but I'm sorry, Empire's the best film ever made, ever. And I will die on that fucking hill.
It's just marginally, but it's better than Empire. It's better than
James,
Empire.
you got a comment on this?
Apologies for this, listeners. Apologies. They've started talking about fucking Star Wars again.
And James has gone quiet.
Yeah, I'll stay out of this one.
Very sensible, James. Anyway, moving on. Right, so on to
whoa. Stuart.
No, sorry, we're cutting you off, mate. Cutting you off. No. Okay. What have you been doing? What have you been doing?
Thanks, Duane. friend.
Well, if you disagree with me, you disagree with me.
No. Well, yeah, you are wrong about him. No, you are wrong on that one. Anyway, what I've watched, I'm still getting my way through The Expanse, and I've just finished season 4. I didn't think season 4 was that good. Some of the plot. Does anybody know anything about Expanse, by the way, before I start babbling on about it?
I watched a bit of season 1. It's a bit of an epic, isn't it?
It is, and there's a lot of shit going on, and you have to
Game
keep
of Thrones
tallies of what's going on. Yeah, but less people die and things like that. Well, a lot of people die, but the main characters don't die, kind of thing. But there's just a lot of things going on. But this reminded me of. Has everybody watched the remake of Battlestar Galactica? You know, the miniseries. Oh God, okay. There was one bit in that series also went in a bit of a lull as well, and this reminds me of that bit. So I'm hoping season 5 and all the stuff I've read on the previews of season 5 is going to be amazing. So I'm quite looking forward to that one. So, but Expanse, still really enjoying it, and really good.
Is season 5 the final season?
No, there's 6, I believe. So, okay. And then that's it. And apparently, it also ends good as well. So it's not like they were supposed to be doing a season 7 and then didn't get the funding. It's like, no, it's naturally it's a good
it ends
end,
on its own terms.
Which is brilliant. So I'm looking forward to that. Another thing though, which I'm really pissed off over because I found out they've cancelled the second season and no more. Chaos. Has anybody been watching it?
No, but someone's mentioned to me that it's a good thing to watch.
Oh mate, it is truly brilliant. I know fuck all about Greek mythology, nothing. And it was a bit intimidating first, but I was drawn in because it's got Jeff Goldblum and
that one,
Eddie Izzard. No, not Eddie. It's what's her name now? Is it? Oh, I forgot her name. Eddie Izzard is now. So anyway, and it's absolutely fantastic. And I had no idea what was really going on, but I liked the way it was filmed and I liked the way it was presented. So that's what kept me engaged. And I was thinking, oh, this is brilliant. And then I started listening to an audiobook of guess who wrote it and guess who does the audiobook. Stephen Fry. And it's called Mythos, and he's written loads of books.
He wrote the series?
No, not the series, but he's written a load of books about Greek mythology.
Oh, okay.
Loads of books. So I'm starting with the first one, and I'm on the second chapter. It's an audiobook, and I have no idea what the hell's going on. There's so many names just being thrown at you. And apart from, the only thing I've realised is the Greeks or gods were just filthy, sex-crazed weirdos. That's it. That's all I can think. It's just like, they're absolutely mad. And this is like a part of a religion kind of thing. This is just weird. So anyway, so I'm going through that book. But that was all spurred on because Chaos. And it's a fantastic series. When I watched it, as I say, I knew nothing about it. And I always find it a little bit confusing because I don't know nothing about Greek mythology. But the way it was filmed, the sound design and just the setting, it made you just want to watch more of it. It's like I'm one of these people where I'll watch a documentary and not know what's going on, even when I finished. But I enjoyed it because I got engaged somehow. So with the audiobook, hopefully it's going to expand my mind on that side. And then he's written a load more books about Greek mythology, which hopefully I'll move on to as well. Inside Out 2, saw that, and we've had a little discussion about that already. And the other audiobook I've been reading is a history of feminism in 11 fights by Helen Lewis, and it's fucking brilliant. And I've finished it yesterday, and what's that about?
Clues in the title, Dave.
Yeah, difficult women. It's about like what they class as difficult women. They're not difficult women. They're bloody fucking heroes. But like women through time is like who's changed laws or fought for women's rights and all those kinds of stuff.
Right, that's the fights. Okay, I see.
It is absolutely fucking mind-bogglingly. I can't believe how ignorant I am about how things I've never known, and it's opened my mind on that one. Fantastic. Helen Lewis is a really good writer as well. She does a lot of stuff on I've Got News for You, and she does like political stuff as well. So, right, what I've been playing. Wow. So I've been I'll go with my normal diet. Whether it's a healthy diet, I don't know, but my normal diet. Still on the Fortnite train. Dive
Still
in and
haven't really downloaded that.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I'm only dipping in and out. You know, it's like comfortable shoes. I'll just go on it for a bit. I think when at the moment people seem to be playing a lot of 3-player games, so I'll play a lot with Matt, Spink, Martin, and Tumshi. And the problem is Space Marine 2 is a 3-player co-op, You know, there's 4 of us what we normally all play. So, like, Fortnite's really good, just like we just jump into it. And it's like Helldivers 2, that's another one, who's getting a big update very soon, which is good because it needs to be made a bit more interesting. Not interesting, but, like, for me, I think it's it gets too hard and to the point where it's not enjoyable. So they've rebalanced it all, which is great and all that stuff.
Have you played any Space Marine yet, Stu?
Yeah, not much. I've got to admit, I've just been doing other things, so it's sort of turn my mind. And I've not been playing it because I didn't like it. It's just that what I've played of it, I do like. It's very much. It's kind of a Stu game, but not a Stu game at the same time. It's very It's the most serious, stupid game I've ever played. Everybody's serious. Everybody's serious all the time. Right, so another game which I'm still playing, and this one I've got to stop, but I can't. Disney Speedstorm. Now you've probably heard me talk about it a few times. It's just a fucking carter with Disney characters. I now have all the trophies. There's no platinum, and there's nothing to do with this competition we're running. But I now own all the trophies for that game.
Like Disney Mario Kart.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, but it's shit. Even I know it's shit. I'm playing it, going, I hate this game. I'm still playing it. I've clocked in about, I think, 300 hours in this game already.
Is your go-to character?
Oh no,
Elsa?
I can't forget her name. Elsa, I haven't leveled her up that well, so she's not that good. Anyway, I'm going to get off this train now. I'm still playing it. I kind of enjoy it. Even, I was playing it with my lad, and even he stopped playing it now. I keep on playing it. I don't know why. So, and I check in every day to do the dailies, and then
you didn't answer the question, Stu. Who's your go-to character? We won't judge. There must be somewhere in Mario Kart. I always go for Mario.
But it's not that. No, because the way the levels are structured, because that you have to play as certain characters to do certain levels. And it's also really shit as well. It's so. I've not spent any money on it, but it so much wants you to spend money to the point it locks characters out, so you can't even progress the story. It just locks you out, going, well, that's fucking pointless. So I'll just stop here. Then I won't do any more of it, and I'll just do something else. So, but like the one big game I've been playing recently is only because Tumshi keeps on talking about it, and he keeps on saying he's building a shed. Is Rust. So I bought
Good
Rust
shed.
for a tenner. And it's the most stupidly fucking mental game I've ever played. You keep nothing. Literally, the world resets every month and you lose everything. And they're thinking, why do you play this? Okay, fair enough, you can build something up and people can take it away and destroy it. Okay, I understand that. But then you start. No, the server resets and deletes everything. You're going, okay, why would you do this? So, but
I
literally
die on Returnal.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about Return. I'll start twitching, and it's good. I mean, I'm glad I've got it, and I spent about a couple of hours with Tumshi in there, and he was like showing me what to do and things like that. But to be fair, I'd only jump in with Tumshi. I would never just play it on my own. It's a bit weird. And my God, and it really holds up still today. Detroit Become Human. Has anybody played that?
No, always.
I've got it.
Finished that, yeah.
Well, it was PS Plus, so obviously get it. You know what? It still holds up today. That game.
That's a good game.
Beautiful looking. It was like launch PS4, was it? Or very near the launch when it came out. It is incredible. That game is just, and it got slated as well. It's just, I completed it. I have completed it, but like, I just felt like the other day, I just went, oh, this game is.
Did it get slated? Did it?
Yeah. Well, it was fashionable to have a go at Quantum Dreams, wasn't it? The people
was that the last? That was probably the last game they did, was it? Of that ilk.
I think so, because the one before was Beyond, was it? The one with
Beyond Two Souls, yeah, which was all right, but Detroit
Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain is right. Heavy Rain. I love that game.
That's a brilliant game.
It is a brilliant game, but don't play it again. Just have that memory of it being a brilliant game because it doesn't hold up. But I still love that game. I absolutely adore that game. That game is one of them, and Mass Effect 2 got me back into gaming. Those are the two games. Yeah, so that is what I've been watching and playing and listening to. Duane. Obviously, he wasn't listening to a word I was fucking saying.
Sorry, were you still talking? Were you?
Yes.
I was looking at stuff. Thanks.
Your girlfriend's back now, Duane. Stop looking at that stuff.
Yeah, you get to look at us instead.
It's you, which is infinitely better. Thanks, Stu, for your very succinct and quick update.
It was that passive aggressive. What do you mean by
was
that?
passive aggressive. He
was taking the piss there.
That was very passive aggressive. So yeah, moving on to this month's game, this month's challenge. As you know, we are League of Gaming Gentlemen Trophy Quest. We have a selection of games where we basically just chase trophies, build up a score. Nice and easy. You all know what's going on by now. This month's game is Tinykin, which was chosen by Dave. So, Dave, why did you choose this game?
I chose this game because I thought it would be a nice change of pace. It's a very different game to anything else on our list that we've been playing throughout this challenge. It's just a bit of fun. It's a bit of a sort of nothing game, really, I guess. But it's... is it the only platformer? Is it a platformer? That's my first question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. I would call it a platformer.
Yeah, kind of. In much the same way that Ratchet and Clank's a platformer. You know,
Ratchet and Clank's a third-person shooter.
It's a platformer.
All right.
I agree with Dave on this one. But,
Yeah, it's a third-person shooter. But yeah, so it's very different to anything we've played. I played it a little tiny bit previously, not very much at all. Quite liked it. Thought it would be a bit of a palate cleanser, really.
And I think you were right. I think you're right.
Yes. Are we doing this then? Shall I say? Well,
no.
Wayne,
Okay.
What are we doing?
Right. So I'll just quickly say, just kind of looking at scores across different review sites. So Steam gives it a 10 out of 10. That's pretty high.
Bloody hell.
That's pretty high. IGN 8 out of 10, and whatever GOG is 4.5 out of 5. So it's actually pretty highly rated across people who review shit. So what can you say on that? I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun little game. Heavily influenced quite a lot, I think, by Pikmin. I think there's a lot of mechanics that are very heavily borrowed from Pikmin. I think that's pretty obvious. Anybody who's played Pikmin and played this will kind of see the similarities. But I wouldn't say it was necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, no, I really, really enjoyed it. Nice story, I think. Bit weird story come the end. But yeah, it was good. I really, really liked it. What did you think, Dave, as it was your choice?
Yeah, well, I really enjoyed it. I think what I probably liked about it the most is it's like, to me, it's what a video game should be, or what the sort of definition of a video game is. So there's stuff to do in the game. It's not a stressful game, is it? There's no penalty for dying.
No, you die, you pretty much respawn straight where you were.
Yeah, so there's no stress, but it gives you things to do. It gives you lots of things to do that you can just do. It's quite relaxing. There's no stress. It's just a pure form of escapism. So that to me is like an ideal video game, really.
Yeah,
so
nice, easygoing.
Yeah, I'd really recommend it. The mechanics I think were really, really tight.
Yeah, I never had any issues with controls or camera or anything like that. Nothing sort of seemed janky or anything.
No, I know Stu's got some camera issues that we'll probably get to in a minute, but no, I didn't think. I thought that the mechanics were really tight. I think it's the green Tinykin that you stack up and then just stand on top of them.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah. That just worked lovely. That I think it's R2. You just hold R2 at any point, and I just think the mechanics of it were brilliant. You could move around really easily. Everything worked well. That was great. It gave you really, give you nice things to do. You can just go around doing all that stuff. Lovely game.
Yep, I would disagree.
Couple of issues. the trophies were quite unimaginative, I would say.
Story based for a lot of them.
Yeah, aside from a couple, I think,
and collection based for most of the others. So
yeah. There's one called, I think it's called Sniper, where you just throw a Tinykin onto a. They're sort of encased in like jelly, aren't they? The tiny
little egg things.
Encased in something, yeah. So if you throw another Tinykin onto that, you get a Sniper trophy. I think you get a trophy for bouncing on 100 of the NPCs. Other than that, I think pretty much everything else you get just from playing the game, which is not, it's a bit unimaginative. What game was it we played that... I think that was Infamous, actually, which that has got really good trophies because it encourages you to play the game differently.
And experiment with the way you do stuff. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And that's really good. That's really good trophies. These trophies were just a bit shit, really. The game's great. I think they probably could have done more with the trophies, would be my summary of it.
But some people aren't really playing games for... because we're kind of like looking at trophies and going, is this a fun trophy to get? But
if you're not worried about trophies,
which I wasn't.
Yeah, it's great.
Which I wasn't.
That's a nice segue. James, what do you think of the game?
What did you think, James?
I really enjoyed it. I wasn't chasing trophies at all. I didn't look. I looked at a couple of the trophies just because Stu said that's what you were doing. But I didn't chase any trophies or anything like that. I just went around and played the game and investigated. And yeah, I enjoyed it. Chucking Tinykins at people just for what would have been fun is if you could have chucked red Tinykins at people and like blown them halfway across the room and stuff like that. That would have been quite funny.
Yeah.
What a surprise it is, James, to hear you say that.
Yeah. But yeah, I spent quite a lot of time also doing that. The Hornet race. There are races in there.
Yeah. Which is funny. So, there's not one trophy for doing any of them.
No, but
there's no trophy, so I just kind of didn't do it. And I think that was added on in an update from what I could gather. Okay. That was like an update that they did with like.
It might have been, but you had bronze, silver, gold, and platinum for each one that you did. So you say there wasn't anything that was annoying. If you had been, I didn't sit there and do them for ages, but if you were chasing the platinum on those, that would have been annoying because on the first level, the first one I tried, I got gold and I was trying to get platinum and I just couldn't quite shave off enough tenths of a second to get there.
That's frustrating.
And I sat there and I thought, oh, you could be doing this for a long time and get really annoyed by doing this because there's more. There's obviously multiple races. It's like one per level, isn't there? So
yeah.
And I was like, oh, and the other question I was going to ask is trophy wise. I wondered, there's one of the non-playable characters who, when you find them, just says "boo" to you.
Yeah, there's one in each area, I think.
Yeah. Was there a
Gasper?
Yes.
Yeah, there was a trophy for finding all the Gaspers.
I say, is there a trophy? Because you find him in a place and all he just goes "boo," and that's what it is. And I was like,
turn around and then you turn back and he's gone.
Yeah, and that must be. I'll say that must be a trophy. I just wondered if it was. But yeah, from a point of playing it with no trophies or anything, I really enjoyed it. Like Dave said, it's relaxed. You can bang it on for an hour. You could easily play it for a couple of hours quite easily and then turn it off and turn it back on. Yeah, I did that quite a few times. I really, really enjoyed it. It was a good choice, Dave. It was definitely. I mean, I wasn't around for Returnal, but I did get into Returnal after you lot played it. Definitely much more relaxing than that thing.
Did you finish Returnal, James?
No, I haven't finished it yet. I'm still in the frozen biome.
So
when you and I spoke about it, Dave, I still haven't turned it back on since then.
Yeah.
5's shit. No, they're all shit. But great. Love Returnal.
But I love that game. It's great fun. But Tinykin, brilliant. Love it. Really good game.
So with Tinykin, right. When Dave said he had this game, I downloaded it, I put it on, and I turned it off. I went, this is awful. I didn't like the character. It's weird. It's a 3D world, but your character's 2-dimensional.
Very Paper Mario.
And he's always looking at you. I mean, not only he's looking at me, but what it felt. I got this. I don't get motion sickness from games whatsoever, but this one made me feel a bit weird because when you span round, they didn't spin round in the 3D world. It was odd. It was just, I just couldn't wait. But all the interaction with the world was fine. The bit what Dave mentioned earlier on about the camera, the only camera bit I had a problem with is when you're stacking them, but you're stacking them right up a corner, and then you're so close, they are massive, and you couldn't really see what you were doing and things like that.
I never had.
That's the only time.
I never had that as a problem.
Maybe I was playing the way I was playing it because I have played. Actually, how many hours did you play, Dave?
I haven't got a clue.
Okay, Duane.
I think it was around 20, but I haven't. I mean, I could go back and get more trophies if I wanted to.
Me, I've probably shy of double figures, but only just about shy of double figures.
Wow, I think I did 30 hours. But because this game is a very Stu typical game. So, and it has a pattern of, I don't like this game. This game sucks. Oh, I'll do this for a bit. I still don't like it. Oh, but if I go there and I get that, and I get that, and then all of a sudden it gets its hooks in me, and then I'm obsessive. I was like making my own little spreadsheet because we can't have guides, and I was so close to using a guide. Well, I don't know the spoilers. I got the platinum, by the way, but
really,
but no, I haven't said that because of
Stu.
the next thing in this. Like, I got everything. And the only one thing I couldn't get was there's a trophy for find all the Tinykins and a trophy for find all the pollen, all the areas. I was in this one area, I think it was the bathroom, and I spent days on this thing and I could not figure out where it was. And I was so close to pull up the guide and just tell me where it is because I can't cope with this anymore. But then I managed to jump somewhere. And I managed to find it. It was down a plug hole, and it was like, oh, there's a Tinykin there. And he'd look around, and look on the other side of the plug hole. There's the pollen. It was like, oh, brilliant, yay! But this is one of these games where I wouldn't say obsess over it, but I can't stop. It's like this Disney Speedstorm. I can't stop playing it because I want to collect everything. But there's no need to. I don't know why I do it. It's just maybe I like collecting things. I don't know. I was okay with Infamous. I quite enjoyed that, like getting all the stuff and stuff like that. But trying to get right the story, I had no idea. I was skipping it. It was so. But the point was, I was skipping it, and I went, shit. Wonder if it's telling me where Tinykins are, and I'm not reading it. So then I had to go back to him and talk to him, and I was sitting there going, right, no. Okay, that was useless. Okay, I'll walk around, do something else.
I didn't really skip anything, but there's so much written dialogue in there that you think, oh my god, you sort of glaze over a bit.
Yeah, but when you're not allowed to read a guide and you're trying to get the trophies, you don't know. They might be giving you clues to where things are. They didn't at all. So, but to know that, I had to actually talk to them all.
There's a sort of bit of an edge to it, really. I think I can't remember the brewer guy's name, the little ant thing that brews the beer.
Yeah.
That's the one you collect the pollen for, and you give him the pollen and he makes beer. At one point you have a conversation with him and he says, oh, I haven't got enough pollen to make this drink, so I'm cutting it with something else. And he's saying it's quite a nasty chemical I'm cutting it with. I don't know if you guys...
I didn't see that. Oh my god.
He's going, I'm cutting it with this.
So he's basically a drug dealer.
Yeah, but he's saying,
okay.
Don't, and then he says, don't tell anyone. so some of it's a bit weird. Some of it's a bit weird. But the story.
It was dark in places. It was dark in places, definitely.
I don't know what happened at the end with the guy in the house. Christ, no.
Oh yeah, you're in the loft.
Did you finish it, James?
I haven't. I am on the last level.
Okay.
Is there's I think, is there a fake last level and then there's an actual last level? There isn't there?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But yeah, the story made no sense to me at the end.
Yeah, but the story makes you go there anyway. It's not like James won't see it. It's like you've got to do it. It's like, I'm not going to spoil it, but when you're trying to make this thing, you take all the parts back to the central hub area.
Yep.
It's that bit, and it's after when you've collected all the bits, and then it's after that.
Yeah.
So you can't miss it. It's not hidden at all. So
did you guys pick up on the old anti-religion sentiment in there?
No, because I didn't read on it.
No, it was quite. I was like going, "Oh, this is quite anti-religion."
All right, no,
it's quite weird, but sure, okay, we can go with that. Yeah, it was good. Obviously,
I think it's got some sort of hidden depths.
Yeah, it's definitely got like depth in this, in like. The
but there is
it's
another thing as well. Like, so it might take you ages like to get to a particular part of the level, like so it's up really high, and then you fall, and then the worst thing you can do is save yourself, because if you save yourself, you've then got to figure out how to get all the way back up to the top.
Unless you save yourself at the very last second, and then you get the trophy for doing that.
Oh yeah, well that's no. But if you kill yourself, you spawn back to exactly where you jumped.
You fell off, yeah.
Yeah, so in a way, the spawn points were very, very generous, but there was loads of times where I purposely went, oh no, I missed it. Oh, I'll just kill myself. It doesn't matter.
I'll just die.
Yeah.
I'll just spawn back up to the top.
Yeah, there's no penalty for death, is there? I think the difficulty in the game comes from just finding the stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's at times I thought it was a little bit like one of those find the hidden object type games where
Yep.
That's the challenge, isn't it? It's finding the things, because they could be tucked fucking anywhere. One level in particular I've got, and I don't think I finished the story. I don't think I'm going to go back and do the platinum, because I think it's going to sour my enjoyment of the game. I really enjoyed the game.
Possibly.
But I was listening to podcasts or stuff or watching YouTube while playing it. So I didn't really.
Yeah, fair enough.
I was doing something else while doing it, so therefore I didn't feel like I was completely wasting my time.
But one level, I can't remember. I think it might be the bathroom level. I've done everything, but I've got one piece of pollen to find. Where do you know what I mean? Where's that? It's like,
it's down a plug hole, mate.
Yeah,
that's
Stu told you it's down the plug hole.
It's down the plug hole.
I've got the one.
But you might have already done that. I don't know. He might have already done the plug hole.
I think I've only completely finished one level completely, and it took me so long to like find everything. So I just I can't.
You know what though? That's what I enjoyed, because when I finished my first level and I cleared it all, I went, oh
yes,
oh, it's that kind of game, is it?
Done it.
So yeah.
Okay, so generally, I think favourable reviews all round from us for Tinykins.
Yeah.
So
well, on Metacritic, by the way, it got 78.
Yeah, see, that's
a very good score.
That's very reasonable. That's very, very reasonable.
Good score.
If I was going to give it a trophy score, so let's say we review the games, we give them trophies out of 5, I would give it 4 trophies, definitely.
5 out of 7.
Yeah,
5 out of 7.
I'm a 7.9 out of 10 person.
God,
I kind of stick around like 4 out of 5 or 8 out of 10. Like like it's around there.
Yeah, because I don't think it's quite an 8 or an 8.1 out of 10, and I think there's a big difference between 7.9 and 8.1.
A very big difference,
2, mate. It's 0.2, yeah.
Very big
0.2, but it's not
a big difference,
because 8, it's 8, which is very, very good, or 7, which is good, but it doesn't quite get up into that.
It's a difference between £9.99 and £10.
Yeah, you know, I bang on about like subscription services, and people say it's free, and it's not free. It's subscription. That's like James with scoring on the 8.1s to the 8.9s.
Yeah,
who developed this game? Who made this game? I don't know. To my shame, I don't know who made this game.
Developed by Splash Team. I do not know if they've done anything else. But anyway.
I will if they. I'll look out for what they make in the future.
I have to say, it's a very polished game. But I don't like it when I wish it was actually voiced, because I don't like the Nintendo.
Yeah, that was
talk.
Very Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Another
that
Nintendo
got annoying.
franchise.
That did get. The only time I enjoyed that is with the sounds they made when you whacked them or jumped on them. Other than that,
I muted the game because I was listening to other stuff, so I didn't need to. Which might be sacrilege. People might really hate that, actually. Because
there had some really good music in that game, Stu. The music in Solarium Park was fantastic.
No,
music was solid throughout.
Because I was playing it to collect stuff. I wasn't playing it to. Isn't it really weird? Like, I had a completely different playing experience then, because I wasn't playing it for the experience of the game. I was playing it to get trophies to try and beat you two.
The music on the last proper level, Solarium Park, with the big dinosaur and stuff, and the pterodactyl, and it's fantastic.
You know what? I will have to go back then and have a listen to this, because you can jump into the levels as well. You can go back.
That was a little actually, that was another frustration I had with the game, is I couldn't remember, and it didn't make it clear where the different
each level was.
were.
Yeah. That's why I wrote stuff down, and I did this little spreadsheet of right, where's I've got all the pollen in that one and all that, and I was trying to figure out where things were, and because I had the same problem with like the room, and I went right then, this room is on the top floor opposite to where you come out of this other way. So I was doing my own little map of where things were. No, is it? Yeah, well, maybe nerd, maybe just my special.
Well, he's the only one of us who got the platinum, Duane. So fucking nerd that.
Did you get the platinum, Duane?
True that.
You didn't get the platinum.
No, it's too collecty. I mean, I might go back if I feel desperate for. Like,
I think it would ruin the game for me if I spent too much time on it. Do you know what I mean? I really enjoyed the game, but I think I don't want it to get on my tits.
Yeah, if you're kind of frustrated that you kind of just basically like traipse around the same level over and over and over and over and over looking for those bloody Tinykin and pollen, I think.
But that's why you need to do something else while you're doing it.
True.
You listen to a podcast or watch a film while doing it, just...
The game does a good job of telling you what you need in each particular level, doesn't it? Press whatever, and it says you've got all of these, you need some of this, some of that.
It's not a hard game.
It tells you.
Yeah, the only challenge is trying to find the actual things.
Yeah.
That's the only challenge. It's not hard. The game.
It was good, actually, wasn't it? The way that I like the fact that it was all in one house.
Yeah.
And you're tiny.
And you're tiny, hence Tinykin, I guess. And just it was just an imaginative game, wasn't it? I really enjoyed it.
It's really cute.
Oh, the graphics were fantastic, and all that. Apart from the Tinykin character in that, I just wish they were. To be fair, I wish they were 3D. That would have been, but only for me though. It was just a really well going. I had a couple of performance issues. It stuttered a little bit in some places, but nothing major. It wasn't a game stop or anything. I just noticed, it's a shame, it's been so solid, and it's a shame it went there. But
and the good thing about the game, the best thing about the game, Duane and James, is that it was free.
It was free.
It was free, absolutely.
Free.
Yeah.
Wasn't free.
You didn't have to pay a penny.
It's a part of
subscription. Free, wasn't it?
It was free.
No.
It was free, and it was free, and it was 7.9.
No, unless somebody bought it for you. Yes, that's free.
It was free. I didn't pay a penny for it.
No,
didn't pay a penny.
Didn't pay for that game. Free game. Beautiful.
Loved it.
It's like all those things I watch on Netflix. They're all free.
You people. You bloody people.
Should we have some scoring then?
I think we should look at what's happened with the scores this month. Come on, then. Let's see what your couple of plats and whatnot have done.
Says a confident man there.
No,
right.
No, not at all.
Right, okay, so I've done calculation. As you all know, I am the trophy information totaler. TIT for short. Right, let's have some scoring. James,
actually, hang on, can we stop you there for a second?
Yeah.
Where is this mystical spreadsheet we keep on hearing about?
I've put it.
Is it like tonight. In your mind?
No, tonight I've put it on to our drive somewhere. I'm not sure where it went, but it's there somewhere.
So by the time this goes live, can we share it with the world?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Or is it only for us?
Ooh, exciting.
We like a spreadsheet. We like a spreadsheet.
Oh, exciting.
I think James sincerely meant that.
Did he?
He sounded sincere, James.
You're right. No, I am. It is exciting. I would look forward to seeing the progress of how this has gone. Come on, then. Dave.
He sounded sincere when he said that. He did.
Yeah. Okay.
Genuinely.
He does now.
Come on, Dave. I want these scores. I'm eager to hear the scores.
So, okay. Right. So, I'm not going to talk about Liza P, which Duane's practically rinsed. But I'm not going to talk about... I'm just going to talk about scores and whatever game it was. It doesn't matter. So, at the start of this month, so when we last recorded, Duane had 349 points. Stu had 254 points, and I had 260 points.
Jesus, that's a big lead.
It is, isn't it? It is. Duane's been, he's been prolific. Right, so let's start with the last place from last month.
I did have COVID, which just gave me a lot of time not doing anything else.
And you've played these massive games before and got platinums.
And I have played Liza P. Which was a bit of a benefit. I will admit that was a bit of a benefit.
Yeah.
So Stu then last month was in third place.
Yep.
He has scored this month. He has scored 86 points.
That's good.
That is good.
So
good
that
work,
puts him on 340 points.
Whew, baby.
Good. Nice.
I was last month. This time last month, I was on 260 points. I've scored 81 points this month, which puts me on 341 points.
No,
oh my God!
Solitary
point
ahead.
1 point ahead.
Oh,
Jesus.
So yeah, Duane was in the lead on 349 points. This month, he scored 95 points.
Oh, so he's got further ahead.
So he's gone further ahead. He's now on all the fours, 444 points.
Oh,
nice.
Sounds like you two need to put your fingers out.
So he's over 100 points ahead of us.
The battle's between me and Dave now. He's just pointless.
but it's not. I don't have any more points. But you could go and get all the points. And
I'm not
Yeah.
playing Returnal. I can't do it. I will hate everything, and I will smash my house up. I can't do it. Liza P's going to be the same.
House.
Yeah, everything will be smashed. No, Liza P, I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to playing it at all.
It's
I will probably
good.
play everything, but it's like trying to do your homework or exams or whatever. You'll do everything, but
It's
that's
so
what will be
good.
Liza P to me.
I've really enjoyed playing it.
If
again.
you like Born Game, Blood,
It's
I hate
so
them. I
good.
can't do them.
It's got a lot of trophies, Duane. I was putting the information into my spreadsheet earlier.
It's a very trophy heavy game.
It certainly is. There's lots and lots of trophies.
Maybe this is the game that will turn me to Born games, but
I think from when I first played it, I think they've nerfed it slightly, so I think it's a little easier than it was.
yeah. So if we get it, we go, it's only because they've nerfed it. It's been
No,
easier
and I'm
for
just
you.
saying. No, it's not. I'm saying.
I was putting the scores into the game aggregate. What was it? The game aggregated score hub. On my spreadsheet, and yeah, it was a lot of trophies, mate. There's a lot of points at stake for that game.
Well done, Duane.
There's a lot of bronzes, but there's not as many points available for next month's game, Stu.
Well, I didn't know that, and I just wanted to play this.
Don't forget, you get the honorary platinum. So even though that's not listed, we still.
But again,
get all
this
the
is
other
another
trophies,
game
you
which
do
is a
get
bit
that.
unfair because I've played this game and I've got all the trophies before anyway, so I know what to do in the game. Because it has got a few trophies which are a bit of a. I'm not saying bastard to get, but you go, well, how do I get these?
And what is next month's game, Stu?
It is Far Cry Blood Dragon.
Ooh.
Now, I fucking love Far Cry games. I love them. I love 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, Far Cry Blood Dragon, never played 1, by the way, and I played a little bit of 2. So, anyway, Far Cry Blood Dragon is based on Far Cry 3. It's like an standalone expansion for that one. And it is truly a fantastic game. I love it. Have any of you guys ever played it?
Yes.
I was about to say, I've never played a Far Cry game.
Oh, my God, I love them.
Far Cry 3 is my favourite Far Cry.
Far Cry games are just first-person shooters. Not very hard, but they're just... I don't know. Right, those games literally take 20 hours to complete if you're taking your time. I have clocked Far Cry 5 and 6 over 100 hours each because I just like wandering around.
Yeah,
I looking at stuff.
Played Far Cry 6 co-op. I played it with Serena. Really good game. Really good fun.
Is that the one where you were playing with Stu and Dave, and Dave shot his own horse?
No, that's Far Cry 5. That was funny.
Oh yeah.
No, that was the religious one, Far Cry 5, set in America.
Okay.
And that's one made that one so much. But I think that was the better one because it was set in America, and it was just. Awesome
I enjoyed the setting on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, but I love them all. I look forward to when they get released. But I'm a bit upset at the moment because Ubisoft are a bit in flux at the moment. So who knows?
Well, they didn't have a lot of luck for some reason with that Star Wars Outlaws. That seemed to have not done them any favors for some reason.
Yeah.
I haven't actually.
Is that out? Is that out now?
Yeah.
It's
just not done very well.
It's just not done very well.
Star Wars Outlaws.
Yeah.
So I've played that to start with, and it's good, but I'm not a fan of the mechanic, the maneuvering around mechanics. It's a bit janky, I would guess. It's not very smooth. It's not massively easy to control. I think it lacks a little bit of intelligence in that regard, which is a bit of a shame. But it's still good. But that does take a bit away from it, I have to say.
Well, the fact it's not doing very well means it will be in the Christmas sales. So
yeah, that is true.
So
That's
maybe it'll be on somebody's list for next year's Trophy Quest title.
Well, as long as you've not played it,
Ooh,
there is new rules coming in place if we carry on with this anyway.
Can I play?
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
More than welcome. Please do.
Yeah.
Please do.
Right, I'm going to drop the rule now, so it is recorded. The next time we do this, it'll be games none of us have ever played.
So
there's nobody has an advantage.
So games that nobody's played or you've not played. So if you could choose a game that somebody else has played, but you
No, you have to make sure that nobody else has played it.
But that limits you then, doesn't it?
Well, it has to. I'm sorry, but it's not fair. It's not. You've got an instant advantage with Liza P and Returnal. You knew exactly what to do.
But I still have to play them.
You still have to play it, but you don't have the anxiety of trying to figure out whether you've fucked it up or not because you haven't got. You don't have that. You know where everything is.
True.
You've just got to do stuff.
That's true.
Well, with me, I was anxiety to the brink. I couldn't deal with it. So we've all got to have anxiety.
Yeah.
Not just one person, all of us.
Can I just clarify that it can't be games that no one's played because
Well, okay, no, none of
those games don't exist.
None of the hosts have played before.
Right. Okay.
That's very pedantic, Dave, even for you.
Yeah, I was just trying to inject a bit of levity into it because
that didn't work.
No, it didn't.
So in Far Cry Blood Dragon as well, do you know what the kind of premise it is as well, the time it's set in?
No.
Okay, it's meant to be set in the 80s. It's very neon. And it's awesome. It's very Terminator.
Does Mark Hamill do the voices?
No, don't think so. I'm not aware of it. Anyway, so to be fair, I accidentally got a trophy in this because I just wanted to load it up, make sure it was all okay. And you get a trophy right at the very start when you just go. But it's the funniest thing. I'm not going to spoil it. It is just the way they've done it is brilliant. And it is a kind of comedy game as well. It's like there's humour all the way through it, and it's a really good game. So I'm very much looking forward to this. And I can't believe, Duane, you've never played a Far Cry.
I've never played a Far Cry game.
That's mad. Actually, you don't really play many first-person stuff.
I'm not the biggest fan of first-person shooters generally.
No,
there's a couple. So like Metroid Prime's technically a first-person shooter, first-person action thing. Bulletstorm I really liked. I think.
Oh, I didn't like that at all.
RoboCop technically is a first-person shooter.
That was ice.
But that was
RoboCop is a first-person shooter.
Yeah, it is, but it's it's different because it's more like you're a tank rather than somebody running around.
Well, okay, right. That's not a bad reference point. So, okay, RoboCop's nothing like Blood Dragon, but you'll get the feeling of that time.
Okay. So
it's very 1980s Arnold Schwarzenegger bullshit, you know. And they play on that trope.
I don't think there's a bit in Blood Dragon where you have to go and get a well soon card signed by a load of people.
That's the only bad thing about the game.
Let it go.
That's
go.
the bad thing about it.
Fucking ridiculous that
or
was.
Get somebody a towel. Get me a towel.
I might even complete RoboCop again on my normal account so I get the platinum. That's how much I like that.
That's completely up to you. You're more than welcome to. I will not. I've played it. I'm done with it. It's done.
Actually, James, if you want to play Blood Dragon and then be on next month's show as well,
more than welcome.
Play it for fun. You're more than welcome.
Well, I like Far Cry games, so
I believe it was a part of PS Plus.
It is part of PS
something.
Plus.
It is, yeah. So
that's why we picked it.
Yeah. So it becomes with your subscription.
Oh, it's free.
Not free.
Free.
It becomes with a subscription.
Well,
it's not free.
I'll have a look into it then if it's free.
It's not free. It's not free.
You don't have to pay
a part of the subscription.
It's completely free.
Right. And on that bombshell, back over to you, Duane.
Well, you say that, and I'm going to go, thanks for listening, guys. That's our sort of review kind of overview of Tinykin, which I think we unanimously enjoyed. And
yeah, we loved.
Which we thought was great. And a brief overview of what we're going to be playing next, which was some Far Cry game, apparently. And then back over to you, Stu, for housekeeping.
Right. So encourage everybody to send thoughts, comments, and ideas via Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and email. If you want to email, it's TheLoggBox@gmail.com, and that's 2 G's in log. But we mainly hang around on Facebook. there's not much going on the Facebook account because we use the chat function instead. So
yeah, we should
there's not
get
much
back more
there's not much visibility
the
on the Facebook group. But there you go. That's just the way it is.
More back into the public.
But but we're all friendly. We got a YouTube channel. We speak. Actually, James. Time to plug the F1 stuff.
Yes, F1.
So
James.
James and Richard have been spearheading the F1 challenge, and you've been streaming it on YouTube, haven't you?
We have been streaming on YouTube. Yep, all qualifying and races for all 6 races are up on the YouTube channel. No, 5 races. Sorry, 5 races. Excellent. All up on the YouTube channel. So
and it's getting more popular every year. You're getting 1 or 2 more people folding in, aren't you? So
so this year, I think if we get everybody in, 'cause it's a bit bitty, we have 10, I think, this year.
Bitty.
Yeah.
Bitty.
So I highly advise everybody to watch that because it is quite funny, especially with the outtakes, which do get posted on there as well, which are quite funny, or in Twitter anyway.
Yeah, they are.
So anyway, just search for us at TheLoggBox, and you'll see us on Google, and just go for it, and then you're already listening to the podcast, so you know what's going on. So back over to Duane for any other business.
I don't think there is any other business. I think it's time to wrap this up.
Excellent.
Thank you, James, for coming to join us. It's been an absolute pleasure, even though I've not been able to see your gorgeous face.
Well, I will change that for next time. But it's been a pleasure. It's been lovely to get reacquainted. I've missed this and I've enjoyed it. So thank you for inviting me back.
We've enjoyed having you around, and maybe have you here next month.
I will endeavour to oblige.
Awesome.
We would invite Rich, but he's probably up a mountain somewhere. Who even knows what he's doing now?
He's water skiing in the Seychelles,
probably. Or he's up on the moon with Elon Musk. Who even knows?
Yeah.
Rich these days. What a life he lives. We can only aspire to be like Rich.
To be able to semi-retire at the age of 50 or whatever he is.
Yeah, right? What a bastard. I hate him.
Yeah, and if Rich, if you are listening, it's purely jealousy.
That's
all this is.
I've never liked that bloke.
What
apart from Dave, obviously, yeah. Apart from Dave. So, yeah.
Well,
okay.
Thanks for listening, guys, and we will see you
on the flip side
next month for the same sort of stuff. Bye.
Bye.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Right. Do I just click stop? I do click stop.